I like to write books that I would like to read. And the best kind of book to me is a book that has an individual against the odds trying to do something that has major consequences.
Whatever book you see that I write, whether it's a short form children's picture book or a big fat novel that has 2,000 pages between 3 books, you'll always find a big moral question under it. Both because I need that in order to keep going. That's one of the reasons I love writing. It's a way for me to ask some of those big questions about life and give myself a sense of what the answers might be. But it's also important for you, the reader. I think the best stories have a deep idea under them. It's not something that the writer hits people over the head with, but it infuses the story. Ideas really matter. And the best stories have that underlying richness of an idea, a question. Can we all live together sustainably somehow with ourselves and our fellow creatures? Is there a way that one life can really make a big difference to the world? What difference does one choice make? Can we protect our world and save the elements that really sustain us for our children and their children? Questions like this. And I know I need those questions in order to have the energy to write a book, but I also know that thoughtful readers of all ages and sizes and shapes and backgrounds and cultures want that, because that's what stories really ultimately are about, is conveying meaning, big ideas. We can have a fabulous adventure in a good fantasy story, but you can also have a chance to think about some of the biggest questions about life. And that's what really gives fantasy that extra fun and extra power, because you're left thinking about something important. I'll give you one example. Obviously, The Great Tree of Avalon is a parable about ecology, and can humanity learn to live with our fellow creatures on the planet, which in this case is Avalon, but it sounds a lot like another planet that we happen to know. But there's another issue going on. And that's the issue of tolerance and understanding of people who are very different, especially through the perspectives of culture or religion or language. If you think about it, Merlin's mother, who really was a powerful influence on his life, was almost burned at the stake as a witch at the very beginning of the Lost Years of Merlin books. I did that on purpose, because I knew that through the Merlin books, and also, as it turned out, through the Avalon books, one of the greatest problems that people would have to resolve is to overcome prejudice and intolerance and learn to see life through other people's eyes, wear other people's shoes. And through that, people would learn about compassion and understanding and not divide the world into we and they, us and them. Humanity doesn't have any boundaries in our wisdom, that we can learn from everybody.